So our talk is on a GrassCall campaign, which is an advanced social engineering campaign targeting specifically Web3 sectors and the cryptocurrency, and specifically, employing all these info stealers to target various individuals. So let's deep dive into it. So before getting started, we would like to credit the original presenters, Deekshit and Somin. So they have been working as security researchers at Seqrite Labs Quick Heal. So we are also part of the same Seqrite Labs research. So complete credits to them. And we have a small audio clip.
Hello everyone, my name is Dikshit, currently working as a security researcher at Quick Heal. Working on APT research, threat hunting and malware analysis. A piece of work currently I'll be showing as my research with the title of Unmasking the GrassCall campaign, the hacker behind the job recruitment scam and the techniques they have used to target the people who are looking the jobs into the cryptocurrency related market. Unfortunately, due to the visa constraint, I'm not able to attend VB 2025 in person, but my colleague Subhajeet and Sathwik will present my work on behalf of me. Hope you guys will enjoy the work and keep connected with me over the Twitter and LinkedIn. Thank you.
Complete credit to them. So they have been doing this research specifically on GrassCall campaign, and we even also want to credit Joan Garcia for finding this GrassCall campaign initially. So let's dive into the agenda. So we'll have a brief overview of what this campaign is, who is the threat actor or the exact cyber criminal organization behind this specific campaign, and what is their infection chain, how the initial infection vector actually starts and then finally leads the complete data of these victims into these Russian so-called cybercrime organizations. What are their attack tactics, their TTPs, and finally dive into the technical analysis and in it with the so-called preventive measures. So let's look at the overview. So this was first observed initially in March of 2025. So in our regular monitoring of Telegram and all the social media campaigns. So initially this popped up early in March 2025, but we have observed various different variants of this GrassCall, like a wipe call and even wave call as such. So these represents advanced tactics actually carried out by these Russian-speaking cyber criminal organizations that are called as straffers, who perform advanced social engineering attacks. And this was actually carried out by a specific group called as Crazy Evil, and even there's a subgroup that is actually linked to this Crazy Evil known as Kevlin. So the campaign, as we have seen, specifically targets the crypto sector or the cryptocurrency and the Web3 sectors, where they use fake job interviews to actually compromise these victims' machines and steal cryptocurrency assets. So with we have seen like hundreds and even huge amount of people globally that have been actually affected by these scam, and it has drained a huge amount of crypto from these specific wallets. So these are all the targeted countries that we have observed. So initially we have seen a lot of activity targeting the US, and then again with the huge population there comes India. So these are the top two countries. Then we have seen slowly global aspects. So it has been spread to UK, Germany, Netherlands. So the complete EU aspect and even the Americas have been affected, but not specifically the CIS countries or even Russia. So the targeted sectors are the cryptocurrency and Web3. So professionals both in this sector operating or using this so-called blockchain technology and all the cryptocurrency industries are actually the primary targets. And at the same time, even freelance workers and even remote workers and those who are specifically actually seeking new job opportunities. So they get so-called phishing emails from CXOs, providing them opportunities, but actually this deploys this malware targeting this advanced social engineering techniques. So let's look into the threat organization or the actual group. So Crazy Evil is, a Russian-speaking cyber criminal organization that emerged in way back in 2021. So as you know, these straffers employ a lot of complex organizations. They have their own hierarchy to operate from, manager level to all the recruitments of all these individual traffers into their organization. So the group, as usual, specializes in various thefts related to identity, and again, theft of cryptocurrency, training all these wallets, and finally deploying these so-called infostealer malware to extract all these not only sensitive information but again drain these wallets. So their operations are completely based on social engineering tactics. So they require multiple communication, multiple interactions, so that they actually reach this final stage of infostealer malware. So they frequently employ these so-called traffers. So they recruit these traffers through their Telegram groups. They maintain multiple groups for this specific recruitment. And these experts who redirect this legitimate traffic to malicious websites. So this is the actual Telegram channel that is crazy evil. So they completely share, full-fledged automatic manuals that are shared with these traffers. So these are both audio and video visual guides that have been shared with all these new recruitments. So the actual admin channel is named as Abraham Crazy Evil Official. So this is the actual admin who tries to start the development and then give it or like move it on to various traffers, and then the recruitment comes from another perspective where there are different new organizations and newer recruitments done specifically to recruit these specific traffers. So apart from the main channel and the channel for the admin, there are other multiple channels that Crazy Evil also manages. So some are primarily used for focusing the organization's central hubs. So there are more than 3,000 members in this actual official group, that is the Crazy Evil group, and even there is a dedicated channel to deliver all these information, the news, the manuals that they want to actually share for this recruitment. So again, there are more than 4,000 so-called subscribers or threat actors that are actually trying to leverage this and use this facility that have been provided by Crazy Evil. There's again the final global chat, where conversations related to this from work and other casual stuff actually happens, and almost same set of members or subscribers can be observed among both the info group and the global chat group. So now let's deep dive into the infection chain. So the infection chain, initially the threat group or this organization sets up various fake businesses. So here we have observed they have set up chainseeker.io, which is again a fake job advertisement. So once they set up this domain, they then try to send these phishing emails to so-called recruiters and all the crypto users, and specifically that have used a lot of all these wallets specifically in this sector. And then the email will be sent from various CXO levels. So it can be some CFO or CMO that actually sends this initial attachment, and they contain a meeting invite specifically through Calendly. But what exactly happens is once the schedule has been organized by Calendly, again the CXO or the CMO actually reaches out to this victim, and then he transfers the actual chat to Telegram channel. So in this Telegram channel, they divert or social engineer these victims to the so-called fake website, like it could be grasscall.net or it could be vibecall.net, and then they actually make them download this specific videocall.exe or the so-called exes that are actually malicious in nature. They try to make it up in the front that these are actually video conferences tool. So once this has been downloaded, this deploys the final info stealing malware and then communicates with the C2, draining all the wallets, especially the info stealer data. So let's look at the attack tactics that we have seen in the infection chain. So this is one fake business, chainseeker.io, that has been set up over Twitter. So not only on Twitter, they have been using various other social media platforms like LinkedIn, WeFound, and so-called all these dozens of social media channels. Even on Telegram, these ads are being run regularly. And apart from that, we have seen that the attackers, once they have set up these so-called fabricated businesses, so these professional websites are, used to lure all these victims through all these accounts. Sometimes they actually try to ping or, initially try to start the conversation on the social media channels and then redirect them to this specific website. So this is one job advertisement over the social media platform that has been identified regarding the business development manager. So once, this specific email or the advertisement has been clicked, they actually redirect them to various platforms like I have mentioned, like LinkedIn, crypto jobs, and other stuff. So once the mail has been received after applying to this job, you will get this mail from so-called CFO or CXO. So just trying to convince the victim that this is something from a high level organization that is actually coming, and they want to make sure that you click and social engineer you into the clicking that specific link. And once you schedule that, then you will get again an email from Telegram, so that they can actually pivot you from this so-called phishing emails to Telegram, so that they can make the victim download these additional payloads. So once after the candidates schedule their call through Calendly, again they will reach out beforehand, so that they mention that you will get some additional details from Telegram, and then actually the actual meeting will be scheduled, or else it will not be conducted through this Calendly usual meetings. So before the call, as I mentioned, they actually share the passcode and everything, so that once the malware has been downloaded from websites, the so-called GrassCall.net or a Vibe call or Wave call. So once this has been downloaded, so this is the actual fake website that you can see, the GrassCall.net. So once this has been downloaded, you actually need a passcode. So this passcode is actually necessary to download this and execute it. So they want to confirm that this is actually being executed on only these victim machines, not in any other location or any other unnecessary machines. So it has targeted both Windows users and even Mac users. So on Windows, it is the typical .exe that will be downloaded through these fake domains. And once it could deploy most likely remote access trojans. And here we have seen it has deployed, in this case, Radamanthus info stealer. So again, enabling complete remote access to the machines and extracting sensitive information. Similarly, we have seen Mac users being targeted with Amos stealer. And again, these are designed to harvest confidential information similar to the Radamanthus stealer. So now my colleague will walk you through the technical analysis.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Sathwik, for describing the initial phase of the campaign. And before I start, thanks to Somin and Dikshit for carrying out this research and other researchers from the web, as my colleague mentioned. So now let us look into the technical part of this campaign. So initially, we went ahead and loaded the sample into DIE to check what exactly it's coded into. So we saw it's basically a C++ binary, and it's basically a loader, and upon execution it basically loads info stealer malware, and after that it basically performs some defender exclusion using add mp preference commandlet for basically a defender exclusion, and also it does a lot of malicious activities after that. And along with that, it also tries to download multiple InfoStealer malware samples and tries to execute. You can see the C2s over here and the SHAs along with it. And also it all this drops the downloaded samples in C users documents folder and tries to execute it basically. And then later it drops the second layer of the payload, which is again an InfoStealer malware. So looking into the technical parts and the specific to the InfoStealer. So we found that there are a lot of anti-debugging techniques, and it checks for processes along with debugging, your IDA64 and all those processes. Along with that, for reversing, anti-reversing, anti-sandbox based stuffs, and also it does a lot of system enumeration using list of processes running on the victim machine, and lot of processes such as IDA64 or exe and similar to those, and named pipes and all those things, just to avoid and delay the analysis part. And we also saw that there are APIs like is debugger present and is processor feature present. Again, those are part of anti-analysis to be very precise. And breaking on the virtual alloc and looking onto the initial registers, we saw that the unpacking was performed, and the second part, as I mentioned, it's a info stealer basically. The second payload, the info stealer, contains config files that attempts to establish a connection to the C2 present on the web, and the URL is over here as presented, and it basically downloads some other stages. So looking looking into the infra part where the the samples are hosted, if you can see that a lot of domains and with ending with .work and similarly .work basically which are used to spearfish this candidates looking for job opportunities basically. And now looking at the TTPs part, so these are the few TTPs we observed, which was similar to campaigns on Vibe Call or GrassCall basically, starting from initial access to exfil. So how do we, take care and mitigate from this? So the first is verifying job opportunities and confirming, are they are verified, are the sources or the, the endpoints where this job opportunities are generated from, are they legitimate? And always, download things with caution. It may be like, in any infostealer sample, you may be downloading from unverified sources. And install reliable security tools such as antiviruses and ADRs on your machine, and conduct regular system checks. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.